Assalamu alaikum, ahlan wa sahlan, you're welcome back to Arabic lessons. When you look at the board, you see the word laysa. This word is one of those words you find in the Quran in several places. Like you hear, laysa kamithlihi shay'un, wa laysa bidarrina. Now this word is very common. What is the meaning? It means it's not. Laysa is not. Now let's observe these two sentences. The first one, laysa Muhammadun bimaridin. Muhammad is not sick. And the second, Laysal Kitabu Bigalin. The book is not expensive. Now you see that the word Laysa is usually introduced to a nominal sentence, meaning a sentence which has the mubtada, the nominal noun, and also the khabar. Like Muhammadun Maridun. Muhammadun Maridun. Muhammad there is the mubtada and maridun is the khabar, the predicate, which is explaining the situation of Muhammad. Now, when we introduce laysa to it, laysa makes Muhammad to becomes ismu laysa, that is the noun of laysa, and the khabar becomes, which is maridun, becomes the khabar of laysa. We no longer call Muhammad mubtada because laysa has been introduced to it, and this we have learned from kana wa akhawatuha, kana and his sisters. Now whenever laysa is introduced to a nominal sentence, what happens is that the khabar, the predicate like the marid, will now be preceded by be. That's why we can see be maridin. So we have laysa Muhammadun. Muhammad is not be married, it is not sick. So the second sentence we also see Laysal Kitabu, the book is not begalin, it's not expensive. Now this word laysa could come in the feminine form, and we can have laysat when we are referring to a third person feminine noun. Like we can say Laysat Fatimatu bi maridotin. Fatima is not sick. You can see Laysat because Fatima is a noun, it's a name of a female. Therefore, we cannot use Laysa. We need to put the ta'un tanis, the ta'un asaki with sukun to differentiate. So we have Laysat Fatima to B. Then the B is coming because Maridatun is the khabar of this sentence. So therefore, we have Bi Maridatin. Laysat Fatima to Bi Maridatin. I'm glad to note. Now when we come to this other sentence, we have Laysatil Hakibatu bijadidatin. Now al-hakibatu is also a feminine noun, but this is for object. So Laysatil Hakibatu, the bag is not, bijadidatin is not new. Now al-hakibatu laysat. Laysat, we said is you carry sukun because we are referring to a feminine noun. Laysat al-hakibatu. But because we want to join it, li'iltiqa is sakinain, because of the coming together of two sukun, that's why we have laysat has sukun at the end, and the first alam they also has sukun. Therefore we said laysatil hakibatu. So the laysat, the ta'un there will now change to kasra. So we have laysatil hakibatu bijadidatin. Now another thing to note from this word laysa is that when we have a phrase, a prepositional phrase, a phrase which has min, like when I say min al-hindi, from India, we will not put the be which we have talked about before. Like when I say Muhammadun min al-hindi, Muhammad is from India. Now this is also a nominal sentence, like we have Muhammadun maridun. So Muhammad is the mubtada, but min al-hindi, these two words now form the khabar, and this is called a prepositional phrase, which makes the khabar the predicate of this sentence. So since the predicate here has preposition min, we will no longer be in need of be, as we said earlier. So it will be wrong for us to say Laysa Muhammadun bi min al-hindi. No, you just say Laysa Muhammadun min al-hindi. Hope you know this. Now from this, since we have seen that the word laysa alone is used for a third person masculine, like when you're talking about he, laysa Muhammad. Muhammad is the third person, and we said if we have the third person to be a female, we say laysat. What if we have other pronouns, the second person, first person, and the second person plural, third person plural, and the rest? we can also attach their pronouns to them. Like when I have ana talibun, I'm a student. This is for the first person singular. I am a student. The ana there is the mubtada and talibun is the khabar. So I will simply say lastu bi talibin. I am not a student. So you can see the two there that has been attached to laysa is the fa'il, is the subject of the sentence which represents me. So I will simply say lastu bi talibin. What if I have a second person male? I have a single person in front of me and I'm saying anta talibun, you are a student. And here I want to say you are not a student. It is easy. I will simply say lasta bi talibin, you are not a student. What if I have a female in front of me? I will simply say anti talibatun, you are a student. To negate it, I will say lasti bi talibatin, you are not a student. What if I have plenty males and I want to say all of you are students? I will say antum tulabun. What if I want to say you are not students, all of you? I will say lastum bitulabin. Can we see this? What if the plenty male students are, what if the plenty students are females? I will say antunna talibatun, all of you are students. Then here I will say lastunna bitalibatin. What if I have plenty masculine nouns which are in third person, have a third person plural, and I will say hum tulabun, they are students. To negate it, I will say laysu bitulabin. What if they are males? I will say lasna bitalibatin. MashaAllah. You can play around with this. And if we are many and we are first persons, I will also say nahnu tulabun, we all are students. To negate it, I will say lasna bitulabin. MashaAllah. So this lesson is what we're going to learn further as we move on in this lesson, inshallah. And we are still on our book Durusul Lughat al-Arabiyyah Lighairi Natakina Biha, the volume 2. Now we are on Ad-Darus al-Thani, exercise number 2. For those of us who have not had a copy of this, you can click on the link below to download your copy or to purchase your copy. Now we have the conversation between Hisham and Bilal. They begin, Hisham says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And Bilal replied, Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You know the meaning of this? Kayfa haluka ya ahi? How are you, oh my brother? Manil akh, who is the brother? When you hear the phrase manil akh, who is the brother? When it is a polite way of saying, who are you, to a stranger. When you say a stranger, you can say, manil akh, who is the brother? Who are you, please? Manil akh, a polite way, who is the brother? Manil ukht, who is the sister? MashaAllah. So Hisham said, Ana muhandisun jadidun, I'm a new engineer. Ismi Hishamun, my name is Hisham. Ana min al-wilayat al-muttahida, I'm from the United States. Al-wilaya means states. Al-wilayat, states. Al-muttahida, united. I'm from USA, United States. So Bilal said, Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bik. You are welcome, ya akhi, my brother. Ana masrurun bi liqa'ik. I'm happy to meet you. Ana masrurun bi liqa'ik. If you're a female, you say, Ana masruratun bi liqa'ik. Ana zamiluk, I'm your partner. Ismi Bilal min bin Hamid. My name is Bilal, son of Hamid. Bilalun ibn Hamid. So because Ibn is coming after Bilalun, the alif is being removed. So we have Bilalun ibn Hamid. I'm in Washington, anta ya Hisham. Are you from Washington, O Hisham? Hisham says, La, no. Ana lastu. You can see this. I've told you this before. Lastu, I am not. Min Washington, from Washington. Inni min New York, I'm from New York. Bilal says, a Muslimun abuka ya Hisham, is your father a Muslim? Hisham says, La, huwa laysa bi Muslimin. No, he is not a Muslim. Laysa bi Muslimin. Huwa laysa bi, he, laysa bi Muslim, not a Muslim. Bilal said, wa ummuka, and your mother, a Muslimatun, he, is she a Muslim? Hisham says, La, hiya laysat bi Muslimatin, she is not a Muslim. Bilal says, Alaka abnahu ya Hisham, do you have children, oh Hisham? Hisham said, now, yes, li sittatu abnaya, I have 6 children. And Bilal says, Abatullabun, whom are they students? Hisham responded, La, whom laysu bitullabin, they are not laysu, they are not for them. Then inna ba'dahum tujarun, some of them are traders, وَبَعْضُهُمْ مُحَنِّسُونَ, and some of them are engineers. Bilal said, Alaka banatun, you have the girls, you have daughters? Hisham responded, Na'am, yes, li khumsu banatin, I have 5 daughters. Bilal says, Amutazawwijatun hunna, are they married? Hisham responded, La, no, hunna lasna. Look at the difference between this lasna and lasna. This lasna and lasna. When you say lasna, it means we are not. When you say lasna, it means they females are not. Innahunna sigarun, they are small girls. Ba'duhunna fil madrasati al-ibtidaiyya, some of them are in the primary school. وَبَعْضُهُنَّ فِي الْمَدْرَسَةِ الْمُتَوَسِّطَةِ, and some others are in the middle school. Bilal says, Alaka ikhwatun, do you have brothers? Hisham responded, La, no, laysa li ikhwatun, I don't have brothers. Inna li thalatha akhawatin, I have 3 sisters. Bilal said, Muslimatun, hunna they Muslims? Hisham said, Naam, hunna muslimatun, walhamdulillah, they are Muslims, and all praise belongs to Allah. Now we can see the usage of the word lasna. Let's move on to tambourine so we can exercise our brain and understand better how to use laysa and its derivatives. Are you ready? Yes, let's move on. The first exercise says, Ajib anil as'ilatil atiya, answer the following questions. The first question says, Min aina Hisham, where is Hisham from? You can respond to that. Hisham huwa min al-wilayat al-muttahida, he's from the United States. You learn that. Al-wilayat al-muttahida, United States. One word for you. Min ayyi medinatin hu, which city is it from? Huwa min Medina to Washington, he's from Washington. Kam ukhtan lahu, how many sisters does he have? I've forgotten. Lahu thalathu akhawati, he has 3 sisters. Now, exercise number 2. Dar hadhihi al-alama, place the sign of correct, amam al-jumal as-sahiha, in front of the correct statement, wa hadhihi al-alam, and this sign of wrong, in amam al-jumal allati laysat sahiha, in front of the sentence laysat sahiha, which are not correct. Number 1, Hisham min Washington, Hisham is from Washington. Yes, of course, correct. Akhawatu muslimatun, his sisters are Muslims, of course. Banatuhu lasna bi mutazawwijatin, his daughters are not married. Yes. Abnauhu tullabu, his sons are students. Wrong. Ummuhu laysat bi muslimatin, his mother is not a Muslim. Correct. Abuhu muslim, his father is a Muslim. Go ahead and sahiha. Wrong. Now exercise number 3. Ta'ammal mayali, study the following. We have to study the following. Here we have Hamidun talibun. Hamid is a student. And on this side we have Hamidun laysa bi talibun. Hamid is not a student. You can see the formation of this. Hamidun talibun. Hamid is a student. We can say laysa Hamidun bi talibin, or we can say Hamidun laysa bi talibin. Hamid is not a student. Here we have at-tullabu sigarun. The students are small. And on this side we have at-tullabu laysu bi sigarin. The students are not small. We have Amina to tabiban. Amina is a doctor. We have Amina to laysa tabibatin. Amina is not a doctor. Al-fatayatu mutazawwijatun. The girls are married. We have al-fatayatu lasna bi mutazawwijatin. The girls are not married. Anta kabirun, you are big. Anta lasta bi kabirin. You can say anta lasta bi kabirin, or just lasta bi kabirin. You are not small, you are big. Antum jududun, you are new. We have antum in bracket lastun bi jududun, you are not new. Anti fakiratun, you are poor. Anti lasti bi fakiratun, you are not poor. Antunna mujtahidatun, you are all hardworking, you females. We have antunna lastunna bi mujtahidati, you all are not hardworking. Ana mudarrisun, I'm a teacher. Ana lastu bi mudarris, I'm not a teacher. Nahnu tullabun, we are students. Nahnu lasna, you just say lasna bi tullabin, we are not students. Now moving on to exercise number 4, we have adkhil laysa ala al-jumal al-atiya. Please introduce laysa to the following sentences. The first one says al-babu muglaqun. We can say al-babu laysa bi muglaqin, the door is not locked. Al-ma'u baridun, we can simply say laysa al-ma'u baridun, the water is not hot, it's not cold. Hisham maridun, Hisham is sick. we say Hishamun laysa bimaridin. Abi naimun, my father is sleeping. Le abi laysa binaim, my father is not sleeping. Ad-darusu sa'bun, the lesson is hard, is difficult. We say ad-darusu laysa bisa'bin. Al-masjidu qaribun, the mosque is closed. We say laysa al-masjidu, or al-masjidu laysa biqaribin. At-tiflu jaw'anu, the baby is hungry. At-tiflu laysa bijaw'ana, because jaw'an is among the deep throats, words whose ending will not carry kisra. So we have at-tiflu laysa bijaw'ana. Exercise number 5, the instruction says, Iqra'i mithalayn. Read the two examples. Thumma adkhil laysa ala al-jumal al-atiya. Then introduce the word laysa to the following sentences. The first example we have is huwa tajirun. He's a trader. And on this side we have huwa laysa bitajirun. He's not a trader. Huwa min al-Yaban. He's from Japan. Huwa laysa min al-Yaban. He's not from Japan. As-sayyaratu jamilatun. The car is beautiful. As-sayyaratu laysat bijamilatin. Ana ghaniyun. Ana laysa bighaniyin. Ana lastu bighaniyin. Then we have anta fakirun. Anta lasta bifakirin. Hiya min al-Iraq. She's from Iraq. Hiya laysat min al-Iraq. Nahnu adhkiya. Nahnu lasna biadhkiya. Huwa azabun. Huwa laysa bi'azabin. Al-mudarrisuna fil fusuli. The teachers are in the classes. Al-mudarrisuna laysu fil fusuli. Anti zakiyatun, you are clever. Anti lasti bizakiyatin. Antum kibarun, you all are big. Antum lastum bikibarin. At-talibatu fil maktabati, these female students are in the library. At-talibatu lasna fil maktabati. Antunna talibatun jududun, you all females are new students. We say antunna lasna bi talibatin jududun. MashaAllah. Now we have number 6, exercise number 6. The instruction says, Ajib anil as'ilatil atiya bin naf'il mustamila laysa. That is, answer the following questions and with the negation of answer the following question in negative and with negative answers using the word laysa. Amuhandisun abuka, is your father an engineer? La abi laysa bimuhandisin. That is the correct answer. Amudarrisatul ummuk, is your mother a teacher? Ummi laysat bimudarrisa. Atullabun ikhwatuk, are your brothers students? Ikhwati laysu bitullabin. Now we have Amaridatun akhwatuk, are your sisters nurses? Akhawati lasna bimumaridatin. Amudarrisun anta, are you a teacher? Lastu bimudarrisin. Ajudun antum, are you all new? Lasna bitudidin. Ajadigatun sayyaratuk, is your car new? As-sayyarati laysat bijadidatin. Exercise number 7, the instruction says, yuwajjihu al-mudarrisu ila kulli min at-tullab as'ilatan yakun jawabuha bin nafi. The teacher should face all of the students by coming up with questions whose answers will come in the negative form. Wa yuraddu alayha at-talibu musta'milan lastu nahu. And the students should answer using the word lastu. So you as my student, the first I will ask you, I'm in America, anta, are you from America? You will respond saying, lastu min America, I'm not from America. My other question to you is, amutazawwijun anta, are you married? You will respond saying, lastu bimutazawwijin, I'm not married. Another question I will say is, amaridun anta, are you sick? You will simply say, lastu bimarid, I'm not sick. My last question, amuhandisun anta, are you an engineer? You say, lastu bimuhandisin, I'm not an engineer. Moving on to the exercise number 8, the instruction says, Iqra'il mithal. Read the example, thumma adkhil inna ala al-jumal al-atiya. Then introduce the word inna to the following sentence. Here we have li thalathu akhwatin. I have 3 sisters. Asluhu. The origin of this sentence is thalathu akhwatin li, 3 sisters for me. So when we introduce inna, we have inna li thalatha akhwatin. I have 3 sisters. You can see the word inna and akhwatu, and its subordinates, his sisters. Whenever they are introduced to a nominal sentence, they will change the nominal noun, the first noun, into carrying fatha, and they will leave the khobar, the predicate, to remain in the nominative case carrying dhamma. So this sentence, li thalathu akhawatin. The predicate here will be what? The thalath, the li thalath. So that's why the thalath is carrying fatha. So we have inna li thalatha akhawatin. I have three, indeed I have three sisters. So the origin of this is inna thalatha akhawatin li. Indeed, three sisters are for me. Number one, we have fil fasli khamsatu tullabin jududun. In a class, there are 5 new students. What will I say? Inna fil fasli khamsatu tullabin jududun. Indeed, in a class, there are 5 new students. Another, next we have lana mudarrisun jadidun jayidu. We have a good teacher. So the answer will be inna lana mudarrisan. Inna lana mudarrisan jayyidun. Indeed, we have good teacher. Next, we have fi jaybi mi'atu riyalin. In my pocket, there are 100 riyals. So what will I say? Inna fi jaybi mi'ata riyalin. Indeed, in my pocket, there are 100 riyal. Number 4, we have fil hindi anharun kathiratun. In India, there are a lot of rivers. So what will I say? Inna fil hindi anharun kathiratun. Indeed, in India, there are a lot of rivers. So we have laka barqiyatun fi maktabil barid. You have a ticket in the mail, what is it called, in the post office. So I can say inna laka barqiyatan fi maktabil barid. So lastly, we have li alfu dolarin fil masrif. I have $1,000 in the bank. So I will answer by saying inna li alfa dolarin fil masrif. I have 1,000. Indeed, I have $1,000 in the bank. And lastly, we have al kalimatu jadida, new vocabulary, new words which you've learned from these lessons. And these words, we should commit them to memorize them so you can use them easily when communicating with the Arabic language. The first one we have is liqa'un, meeting. Like when I say ana masrurun bi liqa'ik, I'm happy to meet you. The next is jayyidun. Jayyidun means good, very good. And the next is jaybun. Jaybun means pocket. Juyubun means pockets. Nahrun means river. And harun is the plural form of nahrun, which means rivers. Then barakiyatun, ticket, barakiyatun. Then masrifun, bank, masarifu, banks. Then we have maktabul barid, that is the mail or the post office. With this, we come to the end of this lesson. I hope you benefited a lot. If you do, like, share with your friends so they participate with us in these knowledge-based lessons. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward you all for being with us always. Until we meet again, we'll be coming up with another nice lesson. Until then, I say, MashaAllah, Assalamu alaikum.